I want it all.
It's been that kind of week.
I didn't know Freddie Mercury was going to be on this show.
You're listening to Those Dram Yinzers with your hosts, Jon and Zack.
Hey everyone, I'm Jon.
And I'm Zack.
And welcome to Those Dram Yinzers, where we drink whiskey
And talk about it.
For everything Those Dram Yinzers, be sure to visit thosedramyinzers.com. You can find our social media links, our Patreon page, the order form for our hats, and also a link to Zach's favorite website.
Jon, are you talking about dram@threadless.com?
Why, yes, I am.
Oh my goodness, what a great site. Although I will say, note to the folks out there, if you're ordering a zip hoodie, order a size up.
I ordered a 2X, and I couldn't zipper it.
They likes the slim fit, so just word of warning. But go a size up, and you're Gucci. So there's no reason to not order it.
There isn't.
Especially now that you have that little hack. Mm-hmm. So now they got the inside scoop. I expect orders to just go through the roof.
For sure. I hope so. That'd be nice.
That'd be great.
I'd like to see some more swag out there.
Sure would.
Well, you ready to start drinking?
Yeah.
It's been a week. I need to drink.
Brother, you ain't kidding.
All right. So we are not alone tonight. We have a special guest with us who you probably have heard in a deep, deep cut.
Bottled and Bond.
One time. No, God, no, deeper than that. I did an episode with a bunch of guys from work while we were playing poker one night. It was like I was testing out like a group.
And now I have that OAR song stuck in my head.
You're welcome. And I didn't realize that I didn't have my computer plugged in. Oh, so it went to sleep and stopped recording. So I actually got a nice clip. I forget, like a couple minute clip of it that I inserted into some show. I don't even remember which one I had entered it into. And just kind of inserted it, let it play there. Because I didn't get the whole thing.
Oh, dear.
And I didn't realize till we were done that my computer shut off. So that was fun. Live and learn. Anyway, with us tonight is my buddy, Matt Zeglin. Welcome to the show, bud.
Hi there. Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
I was going to say, a long-time listener, second-time caller, I guess.
Yeah, technically, yeah, right? I kind of forced them into that. I was like, hey, guys, I'm bringing my equipment, and you're all going to deal with it. But they all got to try really good. I brought a bunch of whiskey with me, so they're like,
Snaps, man. Way to roll with it.
Well, I'm just as much of a novice now as I was back then, and that was how many years ago?
So something we like to do with guests, we don't always remember, but to ask this question. But Matt, what is your whiskey story?
Sure. I was telling you before we started that, I've mostly been a beer guy for a long time. There have been a few instances where I've, gotten to drink some whiskey and bourbon. The first that comes to mind was my brother's wedding, drinking a bunch of Angel's Envy out of the limo.
Nice.
Certainly the aforementioned podcast that we did or didn't record many years ago. But really, for me, it started last summer. Really, we went down to Kentucky for vacation. We went to go see Mammoth Cave, and when we were down there, we went to we only went to one distillery. We went to Heaven Hill. But that's where I kind of learned to appreciate it, and got to try a couple different ones. One of my favorites, my go-to is from there now, and
Which is
Larceny.
Okay,
Yeah,
they are very
it's
good.
affordable, good.
Yeah.
I like it.
Checks all the boxes.
Yeah, it's on the list of things to do.
It's on my list.
It's on my list. Even though we're trying to go more craft route, but not going to say no.
It is a whiskey podcast. It was
whiskey.
bound to roll around eventually.
Exactly. But okay, I knew you went, but that's great that kind of like gave you a whole new, appreciation for. The whole beer. Like you said, you've been a beer fan for a while. We've always had like beer shares and like with work. After hours, and
sometimes.
Sometimes
After hours,
and
with Jon and Matt.
And
we could open up a podcast studio in the red light district. Otherwise known as Liberty.
True. Now you made me think. Damn it. But so you understand at least the first half of the process of making whiskey, right? Getting it to the beer point, basically, and then just taking it from beer and throwing it in a distill.
Sure.
Yeah. So, yeah. Did you find any like connection like that? Like, oh, like I knew they did this and this and this for beer. Like, did you find any connection when you were down there, like doing the tour?
No, well, you know what? We didn't even actually get to do the tour.
Oh, okay.
You know, we walked around a little bit. We got down there. It was kind of dead. I don't remember what day of the week it was, but I think we just couldn't get into a tour, you know, at the time we were there. So we just went into their tasting room.
I got you.
A couple flights, I guess, and you know, the bartender kind of just talked us through that.
Yeah.
Well, that's how you know you got a good bartender. If he can basically give
Well,
you
those guys aren't hiring, you know,
Yeah.
schmucks.
Oh,
So,
yeah. But it's just always cool when you get a bartender, especially, I mean, like you said, they're not hiring schmucks down there, so you're always going to get a good one when you go to a distillery. But you get somebody who can basically take you on the tour when you're sitting in a stool.
Well, and, you know, and again, novice here, so it went even as far as like, you know, they set down the little dropper, and I'm like, what do I do with this?
Oh, yes. Yeah. We used to do that. We used to do little drops of water.
I might ask us through little drops of water today, John.
Yeah. I'm going to go find that. I think it's upstairs.
Pinkies.
Yeah. Well, cool. Yeah. So there's some talk about the beer and whiskey like merge, right? There are some places that will literally take a brewery's beer and then throw it in a still and distill that and let it age and see, you know, because it's basically what they're putting in there anyway, you know. It's a fermented mash and all that, so.
Sometimes I feel like being a distiller is literally the guidebook is you
Chemist.
open it up and it just says F around and find out.
Basically, yeah.
I know there's more to it. I don't want to
don't get yourself killed.
Distillers, don't at me. I know there's so much more to it than that. It's funny to see it. Just, you know, you hear things like that where it's like, I wonder what would happen if we did this with this. And then it's like,
I mean, that's what a lot of these craft ones are doing now, right? I mean, that's what they did with the craft beer boom, right? Is they said everyone, the big names are doing the traditional this stuff. We're going to figure out what else we could do with it. We're going to push the envelope, and you know that's what kind of led to like the massive like craft boom, right?
well, it's just like any other art form. Sometimes you throw stuff at the wall, you see what sticks, and then once you find out what sticks, then you refine it, and then you turn it into a science.
You know, years ago I had one of those like home brew kits, and it was one of those cheap ones, you know, like a plastic jug. And I did that, and whatever I made wasn't beer. It definitely wasn't, you know, it wasn't whiskey. It wasn't, I don't know. It wasn't beer. And I pawned that off on guests and made them like, you know, tell me, oh, this is good. And it was not good.
No. I have twice now attempted to make my own hard cider and have turned it into vinegar each time. So I gave up.
Did you cook with it?
No, it was like gross. Like I threw it out.
Ooh,
Yeah.
okay.
It was gross.
Never mind.
Yeah.
Third time's a charm.
I'll leave it to the pros. I'll just go buy it.
T, I'm asking that you include that noise in the show, please.
Anyway, speaking of drinking whiskey,
Yeah.
Zach, you brought the bottles
I
tonight.
did bring the bottles
And you've
tonight.
had these for a bit, and it's just been like one of those like back burner, like when, you know, it's time. So
Yeah, and I'm really glad we're doing this now because I don't know if you can tell by the bottles, but I am starting to run low on a couple
yeah,
of
I
these.
was curious if you had any left.
Yeah, no, I've deliberately been pacing myself. I'm like, save them for the show, save them for the show. Well, I shouldn't say that. The one we're starting with, the blended, this is my third bottle of
Well,
this.
yeah.
So,
Go ahead, you talk about
this
it.
I don't pace myself with, but these two I've paced myself.
Yeah.
But we'll come to those. Okay, so today we are doing TX whiskey out of, would you believe it, Texas.
Shocking.
They're from the Firestone and Robertson Distilling Company. They're outside of Dallas, and my brother introduced me to them when he moved down there. He was like, "Oh, there's this distillery. You gotta try them. They're great." And I was like, "Okay, yeah, I'll try it." And he brought up the blended whiskey for me for the first time. And he was like, "Try this," and I tried it, and I was like, "I want more." And it was amazing. And I had the chance last year, 2 years ago.
I don't remember.
My memory's garbage. I went to Dallas to visit my brother, and while we were there, we went to the distillery and just sat out on their big old southern country patio and drank whiskey and cocktails, and it was awesome. And while I was there, I picked up 3 bottles while I was there, because I had a check bag, and
and you could,
and I could, but now anytime I see my brother and he's checking a bag to come up to Pittsburgh, I'm like, you want to throw some in that bag?
throw some more in there, please.
So, okay, so we're gonna start today with
what are the 3 you brought?
Okay, the 3 I brought their blended whiskey. I brought one of their bourbons from their finish series. They do a version where they finish it in a sherry cask, and a version where they finish it in a port.
That's what we have.
We have the port.
Okay.
And then the third one I brought, you cannot get anymore, so I am sorry, but they do an experimental series. And this year they are on their 5th of their experimental series. So this year what they've released is a bottled and bond rye. But the one that I got from 2021 was their experimental high rye bourbon whiskey.
Nice.
So I want to say it was 20-something% rye. Was in the mash bill. When we get to that one, I'll get into the mash bill more with that. But what I want to do with you guys is I want to start us with a blended, because that was what I started with, and I brought it, so I'm driving.
Do you want to do the gorgeous?
Oh, we can do some gorgeous.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do some gorgeous. Okay. Well, these obviously get a gorgeous from me. I love them.
Easy.
I like the big chunky type on the front, the big TX. It doesn't, you know exactly what you're getting. It's big, it's bold, it's in your face. It's very Texas.
Everything's bigger in Texas.
Everything bigger in Texas. You ain't wrong. I love that they have a little paragraph on the back just kind of talking about the distillery and the whiskey and things like that, and it's in this great little handwritten font, just to kind of still they are still pretty craft. They are still they don't want to do what everyone else is doing, and they take it very seriously. But one of my favorite things about these is the caps, the tops. They partner with local saddle and boot makers.
Whoa.
And they actually take the leather from their shops and they work it into the caps on the bottle, and they actually sell little bottle displays.
Okay.
Or not bottle displays, cap displays.
Yeah,
that you can buy at the distillery, so that as you finish your whiskey, you put your cap in there.
That's awesome.
Because not every cap is the same. I have a green one. I have this one that's kind of got like an alligator skin texture to it. I've got one here that's brown. So they're all different colors.
So even though you're on your
standard
3rd bottle of the
I've
blended,
had 3 different
each
caps.
one of them. That's cool. That's really cool.
Sucker for that.
Heck
So-
yeah.
Oh,
Heck yeah.
I love
You're a
it.
sucker.
I will collect.
I'm a sucker.
I will collect those over the horsey bottles any fucking day.
Oh, all day, every day. No, like I've got, like, I haven't thrown the other bottles away just because I'm like, well, until I get my little display board, I need someplace to keep the
So
caps.
is that what Rob needs to bring you back next time?
Yes, Rob, if you listen to this.
Which he probably will.
So only 2 of these have it, though. Their experimental series doesn't do the leather on the top.
Yeah,
It's smaller bottles. These
It's a
are
375.
Yeah, exactly. So
I don't think the top would be big enough. To
no,
do
it
what they're
wouldn't.
trying to do.
No. But on all of them, they also have this great little canvas. Except for the finish series. The finish series is actually leather.
Ooh.
So on all of their bottles, they have a little canvas wrap on the necks. But on their finish series, it's a little leather wrap.
Nice.
Is that
on the necks.
stitched too?
So
They fancy.
They fancy, and
They got like a thing on the bottom going across the bottom too. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, on all of them, but they especially on the finish.
Okay. I didn't realize it was
they
also
got silver on the blended. On the finish, everything's just like gorgeous violet, deep purple. Nothing on the experimental. The experimental
But again-
very much looks like almost like a tonic bottle that you'd find in like
Yeah.
Ellwood.
Oh yeah.
I love their port bottle. The shape of the bottle is very beautiful. It's got great engraving on there.
Also, even so they're not just like using it. Like they're getting specific bottles for
these
these
are specific
finish
bottles
series. That's
for the
cool
finish
too.
series, yeah. So, and then they've got a little more engraving on the actual glass on their finish series versus just on their standard blended, and it feels a little more old school too. It feels a little more I just want to say, since it's port finish, when I think of port, I think like, oh yes, port, and it's rather old. Grandpapa drank the port.
Yes,
and so it feels a little bit older. It feels a little bit like deliberately aged in terms of the design. But I think it's all gorgeous. And then on the experimental series, it does look like it's an experiment. It looks like it's like a labeled medicine bottle from like the Old West.
Oh yeah.
So
I still like that it's embossed. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
See, I listen to you.
You listen, and that's the thing.
They got this cool little sticker on the bottom too. Mm-hmm. Oh, nice.
With the year on it and everything that the experimental series happened. So, yeah, I love their packaging. It's really, really well thought out. It's really beautiful. It stands out on the shelf, which makes it easier to find when you want it. Mm-hmm. So, also doesn't hurt that I keep it in the front.
Yes.
With the Liberty Pool. Yeah. I'm sorry. I know we're only 10 minutes in, but I had to bring them up.
No, we're a decent amount in. We're okay. We're okay.
So, okay. But
here's what I'm thinking, right? If depending on time, I mean, if we finish with the high rye experimental, right? Mm-hmm. They have a high rye experimental one.
Shoot.
And just
PA in Texas.
Just for context, our listeners know this. Matt doesn't know this. Zach is an art director by trade, so that's why he does reviews of the bottle.
I respect it. I like it. I gotta say, as you were talking about it, you pointed out the bands at the bottom. Mm-hmm. Like as we were talking, the blended one caught my eye. I'm like, oh, shiny things.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, they have that beautiful. I'm glad you brought that up. Yeah, they have that beautiful silver ink going on the finish. The finish one just really feels like it feels very premium.
So for our regular listeners, if those who are out there, if TX sounds familiar to you, you would be correct. So the blended was part of the 2021 Advent calendar. So go back and listen to that one. It was episode 11 through 15 of the 2021 calendar. Zach was not on it. Matt was here. And when we did the reveal, I knew you were going to be mad because I knew you were going to miss it because you probably would have picked it out.
I probably would have too. Yeah. It's so good.
But
I'm getting ahead of myself.
Yes. I was going to say, but just go listen to that one too. Like it was around the 12-minute mark we started talking about it, I think. So let's pour the blended. Matt,
and don't be stingy.
Matt, because he's a beer drinker, we brought him. I still have some of the Bourbon County 30th anniversary we just did, so I let him enjoy a nice pour of that.
Matt, what is your take on the Bourbon County?
Oh, I mean, it's fantastic as well.
Y'all didn't know you're getting a part 2 of the last episode. Give us what's your rating on that?
I'm an Untapped user. Pretty heavily.
Oh yes, are you on Untapped?
Oh,
yes,
please.
Friend you.
Oh yeah, because my friends are dwindling, and I feel like an alcoholic.
That's one of the saddest sentences I've ever heard.
I usually rate beers. It's really just how I'm feeling in the moment. I don't have like a standard for it, and I'm usually, sorry to say, maybe sometimes. Usually an IPA drinker, but
same.
Yeah, they're good, and there's a lot of variety.
Yeah,
but I when I have something like the Bourbon County, and I told you guys before, I think I have my brother-in-law is he works for distributors, and he at Christmas he brought us bottles, and I think they're either 2019 or 2020, so they're going to be sitting, and I'll open that on a special occasion. As you said, this is the 22. I'd probably give it a 4.75 on Untapped.
Nice.
Ooh,
nice. I was using Untapped like pretty religiously, and then I just like when I do drink beer, it either is a stout or just like a regular. So honestly, I don't drink too much beer anymore. Same. Just like regular like light beer. Like I'll get stouts in the winter, in the summer maybe I'll get something. But I just get so gassy.
Dude,
oh yeah,
I get bloated. Yep, and I break out.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and I rate things too on the personal meaning to me. So
nice. Yeah.
Look, I'll be honest. Yingling Lager is a 5.0 on my list because it's I grew up.
You're wearing a Yingling hoodie right now.
Exactly. I'm from the eastern side of the state. I'm from Reading, Pennsylvania, which is pretty close to Pottsville.
Oh, nice, dude. Okay,
so,
right on.
Yingling's a local one. And
yeah.
That's Is it the best? No, but it's
America's oldest
But it's
brewery.
close to your heart.
Brewery, that's right.
Dude, nostalgia is a powerful motivating factor.
Actually, I do love Yingling, and I might still have some of the Hershey porter.
I was about to bring that up. That's so good. The Hershey is
The
so
Hershey
good.
porter. You take a swig of that, and then you pour some Screwball peanut butter whiskey.
shut
Oh,
up.
yes.
Yes.
I think
It's
my
so
cousins were telling me about that.
I still have some of the Hershey in my fridge.
There you go.
And I just bought a bottle of Screwball the other
There
week.
you go. There you go.
I gave the Screwball. We're getting off topic, but I don't
I
care.
know. We always do.
I bought the Screwball last weekend, and I've kind of been like slowly but surely getting my mom on board
Nice.
a little bit.
Nice.
Where she'll like come over, and I'll crack something open. I'll be like, oh, you want to try a little something? And she's like, all right, I'll try it. And I just and normally she's kind of like, I don't like it, but I could see why you would. Except when I make a cocktail, she goes, oh, okay, that's different.
I could do
That's
this.
interesting. I poured her some Screwball last weekend. Screwball and
Done.
ice. That was it. Nothing else.
Done.
Take this away from me, or I'm going to get in trouble.
I love your mom.
And then I took the Screwball and I put a little bit of bourbon cream from Liberty Pole, and then I put some Hershey's chocolate syrup in it.
Oh, dear God.
Hey, how do you guys feel about Liberty Pole?
He's being facetious.
I don't know. Just trying to decide if I was going to dignify that with a response.
Although I am a little sad. I mean,
Funny guy.
I
You got a
love
funny guy.
I love the brand new bottled. It's like everything.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
It's beautiful. But I'm sad because my crate can no longer fit them. So this is just going to be nostalgic Liberty Pole crate from now on.
I did.
The other ones are too big, too tall.
Oh, that's why. I thought you meant you couldn't fit because you had too many. I was
Well,
like,
that
what
too.
is the problem with that?
No, they're too tall. I can't fit. They're too tall for
Let's
the
get some new
crates.
crates.
Yeah, I know, but they don't last long.
Fair.
The new stuff, especially.
No, especially.
All right. Anyway,
Anyways.
back to TX Blended because we got 3 whiskeys.
Yeah, TX is going to be like,
So-
the F you guys, if they even listen to this, but you know,
This nose is.
it's just so
This might
beautiful.
be my favorite nose.
It's my
ever.
favorite nose. It's
Right?
so it's sweet. It's smooth. You just know going into it, I'm about to enjoy this very much.
My note I had on the other episode, and I wanted to listen to it again because I thought this was the note. Toasted marshmallow.
100%. Yes, toasted marshmallow, a little vanilla. I get a little bit of butterscotch, and actually sometimes, and I don't know if this is because I'm having like a stroke or what. Given the last couple of weeks, entirely possible. But sometimes I get a hint of cranberry.
Okay.
I just love it so much.
You could fool me that this was finished
Oh yeah,
with that beautiful sweetness to it, that toasted marshmallow. That typically, I mean, we've done this enough. Sometimes the nose and the palate don't, go hand in hand.
yeah.
This one does.
It does. It does.
You know,
It does
I mean-
not lead you astray.
No, it doesn't. And
I
what's the
taste-
proof on this again?
Oh, it's 82 proof.
So it does drink a little hot for 82. So I will be a little critiquey with it. It drinks hotter. You could have fooled me. This was about 95.
Okay.
But that doesn't deter me away from this. I just really thoroughly, I enjoy the nose. I enjoy the palate. I mean, the smoke, the crisp in the front, beautiful smoky toasted marshmallow all the way throughout. The dryness kind of lingers, right? Mm-hmm. You get a decent hug with it. Mm-hmm. More than I would typically think with an 82, right? 82 proof whiskey. But
They got the awards that they've received for this is Best American Craft Whiskey and Double Gold at the San Francisco World Spirits Competition in 2013.
I need to learn. I need to understand all those a little bit more. Because Wiggle wins all kind of awards with them. They're like, I think if not close to like the most awarded like craft whiskey at this place.
Really?
Yeah. So we've talked enough, Matt.
Sure. Yeah. You talked about the nose, and I'll be honest, I don't have much of a sniffer here. 30 years of chlorine air
True.
has ravaged my nose, but you talked about the sweetness too, and what I really noticed was when it first hit my tongue, I didn't really taste much of anything, and over a second or two, the sweetness just started it was like a magic trick. It was just slowly coming in until it got really strong, and it was a good flavor.
It's a candy bomb.
It is. Yeah, honestly, I kind of like that it drinks a little hot, because for me the hug that you get on it is at no point unpleasant.
No, it's not. No, it's not. It's a very decent, legit hug.
It's a gentle. I feel it go down my throat, but then it sits in the center of my chest, and it's like a radiator. It just gently warms.
It's not agitating like my heartburn. It's not. I'm like sitting there
nothing. This is why I go through 3 of these.
Which is probably good that this drink's hotter than 82 proof, because I would put a lot of this away if it drank like it was 82 proof.
Man, I still put it away.
I mean, I'd still do it anyway, but I would do it at a faster rate.
if there's a night where I'm like, I want to have something, but I just want to just enjoy. Like, not that anything else I wouldn't enjoy, but if I'm not feeling like I wanted to, how do I say this without making it sound like an insult?
Just say it. We'll talk it back.
If I don't want to drink something that I feel like is going to take me on a ride, like Lagavulin, that takes you on a ride. You're not
as it should.
Yeah, as it should. It should take you on a ride, but you're not going to sit down, drink Lagavulin, and just be in the moment. You're going to think about drinking Lagavulin.
So throwback to the first or second episode, you would consider this like a passive.
Yes. Yeah. But in the best possible way. You can sit there, and it can be, what it does is it complements the moment. Whatever you're doing, it complements the moment. You're sitting in your back patio, just chilling, enjoying the sunset, complements the moment. You're sitting on the beach, enjoying the weather, it complements the moment. You're hanging out with your buddies, it complements the moment. It doesn't need to be front and center, but it will always make whatever you're doing better. Stepping off my soapbox.
No, you're good. I like when you get all riled up.
I had 2 energy drinks this morning. They're still going strong.
I remember I tried to pull an all-nighter in college, and I had 2 Red Bulls within a very, very short amount of time. And I was going all day the next day. I was like, I don't know how I didn't have a heart attack. I am never doing that again. And to this day, I don't think I've had a Red Bull. I'll drink Monster. But that's
You're a braver man than I am.
I drink that in a long period of time,
I drink Monster once or twice a year. That white can, that's the go-to.
Oh yeah.
I like the Rehab, the tea and lemonade.
Oh, that sounds pretty good.
I haven't had that.
The Rehab ones are like tea and lemonade, like an Arnold Palmer, or like raspberry lemonade or stuff. They aren't. They might still be carbonated, but they don't have that typical carbonated taste that the other ones do. That's why I really like those ones.
Nice. Can I also just give you a quick shout out for saying Arnold Palmer? So blasé and nailing it, because every time I go to say Arnold Palmer, it comes and I don't think about it. It's Arnold Palmer.
What an Arnie Palmy.
Yeah.
But I'll start with you because this is I'll go first. We'll finish with you because this is your. We know what you're going to say. Yeah. It's a Haas all day. I don't even know what the price is. It's a Haas. Do you remember what you paid for it? Because it's not available in PA, correct? Like the blend.
It's not available in PA. No. Let's see here.
You don't have to look it up. I'll
look it up. While you guys are chatting.
All right.
Oh, for sure, Haas.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I love that I'm making a Philly fan say Haas.
Yeah. Well, I was like, is there a way I can say this with a Philly accent? House, maybe.
Use. Boy, you guys, the Eagles really loved Georgia Bulldogs this draft season. Did you see that?
I don't watch the draft.
I get I see videos on TikTok and my feed on Facebook and stuff will have it. And yeah, they took a lot of Georgia Bulldogs.
Okay. All right. I mean, hey,
if it works, it works.
Place to take from.
No, not at all.
Well, for a while they were taken from Pitt.
They were.
I mean, they got McCoy and then Deion Lewis.
Yep.
Which I
They got someone else, I think, from Pitt this year. I want to say.
I don't know.
Maybe I'm thinking of something different. No, I'm sorry. I'm thinking of the Jets. I think the Jets took someone. I think Izzy went to the Jets.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. They had 3 Pitt had 3 guys go in the draft.
I'm not surprised.
3 or 4,
they
yeah.
usually do. Mm-hmm. It's baseball season now, though, so.
And the Pirates are doing so well, you guys.
They lost tonight, but yeah, they are.
They're first in our division, second in the league. Mm-hmm. What?
This is a marathon, not a sprint, though. That, yes, you got to think that's got to be 90% of this.
If I don't know why anyone from ownership would listen to this episode, but I am begging you, build on this team. Don't just trade away the good guys. Sick of our team being the best farm team in the league.
That guy up from I don't know names because I only watch clips because we don't have cable. But the minor league guy, it's like our age. It's like 30-some.
I don't know, but they're doing great.
Yeah, they just brought a guy. It was like 13 years in the minor leagues, and they brought him up. Finally, he got like
Good
second.
for him.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
I
It's
have
got to
the
be a
same
dream come true
problem.
for him.
All I want to do is watch baseball, but I don't have cable, and none of the streaming
Yeah.
services have it. So
Yep.
yeah. Because what is it? What is it now? It's not. Is it not? It's not Root anymore, right? Or is it still Root?
I don't even know.
Versus, then Root, then
It's changed so many times. I know.
D's nuts.
You would think
Got him.
being right here. I mean, we have a digital antenna, so we get all the basic. You would think, literally being in the city, close enough in
I know.
range.
But then they black everything out.
Like, why? If I have access to KDKA or WPXI, it should not have to pay extra money to watch Penguins, Steelers, or the Pirates.
Well, I can get the Steelers.
Yeah, but they're not doing
As
anything
long as
right
they're on 2-4-11, I'll get Steelers. But yeah, the Pirates, like, come on, like,
now. Come on.
Guys, did this just become a sports podcast?
pain. Kind
Maybe.
of.
We did it.
We did it.
We've
I guess the
officially
first time
crossed
we've
genres.
I think it's the first time we've ever talked sports. Anyway,
I'm actually just excited I got to keep up because normally people talk sports and I'm like, I don't know what we're doing. Mm-hmm. I'm really bad at sports.
Score points. Go team.
Yay, sports.
sports ball. That's what Matt used to
All I
say.
can think about is that Lonely Island song. We like sports and we don't care who knows.
All right. Let's talk port.
Real quick, the blended, $35.
Oh, 35.
Wow. Definitely. Huh?
That's Jesus. Yeah, buy 2.
Why stop there?
So your brother can ship like maybe a crate up, and
That's what I heard.
yeah.
Rob,
Rob, can you ship me some olive oil, please?
in the shape of a TX ball.
That's how my grandparents got when they went to Italy. Like, this was years ago. Like, I think I was still in high school. They went with the church. The church group went, and they bought a bunch of limoncello from somewhere overseas,
Limoncello.
and they shipped it to them like 2 or 3 at a time. They bought a whole case of it. They shipped it like 2 or 3 at a time to not like raise any flags, but they sent it as olive oil.
Oh my goodness.
The box and the labels and everything said olive oil, but then they'd open it, and it was it was limoncello.
I don't want to continue to get us off track here, but
Please
is
do.
that, like
Illegal?
I heard like olive oil is one of the like biggest money makers for the mob.
That would make sense.
Sure.
I can see that.
The color
Mob, don't come after us.
on this
It's unreal,
port
right?
is crazy. I mean, you could have told me they mixed it with port. Like, that's how dark. Like, I can't
Well-
see through this.
Well, let
It's
me.
very like cloudy too.
yeah, like I can't see through this. Like, tawny port cask. Yeah, 100. All right, so we went up and proved 101.6.
Yes, sir.
Dark cherry, candied walnuts, rich caramel, and Christmas spices.
Cite your sources, kids. I'm reading directly from the Firestone and Robertson Distilling Co. website on the finished and tawny port cask. TX Straight Bourbon Tawny Port finish is created by taking fully matured 4-year-old straight Texas bourbon and finishing it for 6 months in tawny port casks. The casks come to them from the birthplace of port, Douro Valley in Portugal, made from French white oak. When they received the casks, it's only been 4 weeks since the last drops of port left the
So they're
barrels.
still wet.
So they're still wet.
Yeah.
Which is probably where you're getting a lot of that beautiful color from. So there you go, tawny port.
Like, it's dark. It's darker in the bottle because there's more there. But like, you're right, Matt. It's a little cloudy, but it's not like it's not like I'm seeing like particle like
Right.
bits of like
Well-
it's just
When I look down, from above into my glass here, it looks transparent as you would expect. But when I hold it up to the light, it's like very cloudy.
I do get those like darker cherry, like fruit notes. You know, very very different notes than the blended. I don't mean to go backwards, but the blended. What is the blend? Is it like their bourbon and rye? Like
From the TX website. We explored numerous American blended whiskeys, but felt they had lacked the complexity and character of many of the highly regarded and award-winning Scottish, Irish, and Canadian whiskey blends. As a craft distiller, we have the perfect opportunity to innovate. So we set out to create an American blended whiskey that would rival the best Scottish, Irish, and Canadian blends. We spent over 2 years sampling an enormous number of whiskeys, determining the characteristics of our favorites, and then experimenting with different combinations. The spectrum that they are not telling us their blend. It's proprietary.
So wait, is this like they source the blends, like they get, or is it like their stuff that they're?
Nope. They're not telling us.
Interesting.
I guess I'm gonna have to go down there and ask.
Yeah, I know.
Rats. But
Because they're making their own stuff, so I was curious. Is it like they talk about trying all these other ones? Is it because they wanted to find, like they found characteristics they wanted to?
that's what it sounds like
Elaborate
to
on.
me.
Not like we took this one, and this one, and put it together. Like it's our stuff made to enhance. Like I don't know. You know what I'm trying
I'm
to
not
say?
sure. Yeah, no, I know what you're trying to say. I don't know. And since we are so open about the fact that this podcast is about our journey and not that we know everything, I'm going to tell you straight, I don't know. But you know what I'm going to do now? I'm going to find out.
Research it.
So I'm going to look into it, and I will make a special post about the
There you
answer
go.
that I find on Instagram when I find it. So stay tuned. Follow the socials. We'll keep you posted.
Yeah, this knows vastly different than that one, which is why I asked that question.
The
you know?
port, yeah.
Super dark.
Well, this is
Cherry,
their
like,
bourbon.
yes.
This isn't a blend of other. This is their whiskey. Yeah.
Wow. Whoa. That just hit me in the face like 3-4 different times with
Yeah.
stuff. I got this funky like citrus spice at the beginning, and then my palate just went every which way.
Yeah.
I can't even tell you what just happened.
Yeah. It's a trip.
It's got a hug. Definitely, this one definitely drinks 101 proof.
Yes.
For sure.
Yes.
But it's that same beautiful, warming hug.
Yeah. The hug catches me by surprise on this one because you take a sip of it and you're like, oh, this isn't so bad. And as soon as it gets to the back of the tongue, it's like, boom, heat. And then but as soon as it hits you, it pulls back.
Well, that's what I'm saying. My palate got so confused by that because like this flavor went and this flavor, then this flavor, and
It's
then
fireworks. It's
as I
fireworks.
was trying to catch
Yeah.
up, it was like, oh, by the way, here's the hug.
I definitely felt that, but I'll be honest, I went into this not expecting to like this one, but I'm pleasantly surprised.
yes. Yeah, this was one that when I was at the distillery, I went up to the bar and I was like, okay, I saw this in because they make, like any good American establishment, you enter through the gift shop.
Right.
And I was walking past, and as I was walking, I was doing the the meerkat, where I was just kind of every which way, like looking at everything all at once. I was scouting it out. I was like, what am I buying on the way out? And I saw this guy, and I was like, gotta try this. I gotta know if I have to buy this or not. So this was my first drink. There was I got this guy just in a Glencairn.
Nice.
Just neat. I was like, let's find out what this is about. And I was like,
You're right. That spice, normally a spice hits you on the tongue. That thing hit me on the top of the mouth.
oh yeah,
Like the roof of my mouth. It
yeah,
hit.
yeah, oh yeah.
Full bodied everything.
The best way I can think of is this is fireworks of flavor, because it does. It's robust, but it's almost violent,
There's like
but in the best way.
like gingerbread cookie in there. Like a soft ginger. You know what I mean? Like
I like that violent description because I can't pinpoint a specific flavor, but it's a lot of them.
Yeah, you have to like sit with it for a minute.
my problem is I don't know like port and sherry that well to be able to be like, oh, yes, this is coming from the port. This, like the port.
Yeah.
Well, that's because, and I don't know wine or whatever
No,
that
I mean,
is.
yeah,
Is that
me either.
wine? I think it's kind of wine.
Fortified wine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From my understanding, port's like very sweet and strong. And that's why I didn't expect to like this. But I didn't get that at all.
No.
I think the port with this really lends itself more on the nose to some of that fruity. I think a lot of that, like I get like spices and black pepper and stuff on the palate, but I think the sweetness of the port is ultimately what takes like that just aggressive flavor presence, and by the time you're swallowing it, it's rounding out. And I think the port rounds it all out, and I think the port also lends to the oiliness and the thickness.
It's very oily, and now when it's a gingerbread cookie, on the back of it, I mean, I read it earlier, it said Christmas spices. And that's where I think the gingerbread cookies, that's what I'm getting.
Yeah. Yeah. So
I
it's
mean,
been really, really hard not finishing this.
yeah, I know. There's not much left.
There wasn't much left coming in. But if you guys want another pour, I'm obviously happy to share.
No,
Rob's coming in this weekend, so.
Oh, there you go. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think of my rating. I don't have a lot of recollection of other port finished ones that we've had to be like, well, comparatively, blah blah blah. You know, I don't know. I don't know what to rate this.
I can go.
Good.
I'd give it a downtown.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really enjoy it. I don't think it's something I would want to drink at home, regularly, personally. It's a nice, like, special occasion. Going out to drink it with a steak or something downtown.
Ooh.
Downtown.
Nice.
I think I'm gonna go with you on a downtown, but not as like a negative kind of thing. Just because I can't recall how this would compare to other port finished ones we've had. Right. So because that's kind of on the spectrum of John doesn't know a lot about it, I think I'll give it as a downtown. Try it, especially if you are like a port finished fan. If you do see it somewhere, give it a try, and then you can go from there.
Obviously, it's a house for me.
Yeah.
I tried it at the distillery. I liked it. I bought it. Retails for $65.
That's what I figured it would.
Yeah. But I like having it specifically for the occasions you guys mentioned. I don't normally drink this guy in the summer. This is one of my winter whiskeys, one of my fall whiskeys. Unless, if we get like a nice cool summer night and I've grilled like a couple steaks on the grill, I'll have a glass of this with a couple steaks. I will go to this with a steak before I'll go to a red wine.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I could dig that.
You know what's funny? Side note. I have come to appreciate red wine more now that I've started drinking whiskey. I used to hate red wine.
Yeah,
dry red wine.
I love red wine. I do like it.
Yeah.
It's just that like with this guy, I'm like it's giving me all of the best parts of of whiskey with the undernotes of a red wine of the port, which is like a fortified red wine. And someone online is going to be like, that's not what port is.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I started that. A nasty rumor.
We can start rumors here.
Yeah.
Whatever you want.
Port is a wine, everyone.
Our podcast is a soup podcast. But yeah, it's a house for me. I do enjoy it, and once this guy's gone, I'll be getting another one. But I have had this guy for a couple of years though, so that's another reason why it's a house for me is because I spend the $65, but since I'm only drinking it for steaks, or colder weather.
Yeah,
a bottle lasts me a while.
Yes,
so to
exactly.
me, that price point is worth it because I'm going to have this guy for a minute.
And my downtown isn't like any. There's no. It's a very positive.
Oh, I wasn't
downtown.
taking it.
I do enjoy this.
Yeah,
I'm just not sure how
it compares.
Like, yeah. So I would say that. I mean, if you do see this at a bar, like because it's hard to get here in general.
Right.
But if you do see this at a bar, I jump on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm at the same. Absolutely positive. I really enjoy it. It's just probably not one I would keep at home.
No, I think everything you guys said made total sense. And like, obviously, I'm not a rep for TX. I didn't make the whiskey. If you guys could be like, this is the worst piece of crap I've ever had in my life, and I'd be like, all right, well, I'll just take it home and drink it with a straw. It's fine.
Like I said, I did not expect I was going to like this. And pleasantly surprised.
For other people, if you're unsure, I would say a downtown. But if you are somebody who does enjoy port finished whiskeys, I would say Haas.
And I think the color aspect is spot like that deep purple.
Yeah,
is just a perfect color representation of what that tastes like.
It really is. It stands out on the bar too, because there's not a lot of other whiskeys that look like that.
Well, it stands out on the bar just if you had a lineup of TX whiskey stuff.
You
know what I mean?
This caught my eye in the whole gift shop. My eye locked in on the what's that violet thing over there?
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Cool.
But yeah.
Yay.
Huzzah. So far, so good. Onwards and upwards. Literally, because this one's 121 proof.
Jesus Christ. Okay. Well,
John's like, thank God we record at my house.
No, John's going, you idiot, you didn't take your heartburn pill today.
Matt, I'll meet you at Wendy's over in Lawrenceville
that
after this.
sounds
We can call about before we have to drive home.
Matt goes the other way. Matt hit up McDonald's on Route 8 on your way.
You had me at Wendy's.
Thank
That
you.
Lawrenceville
Wendy's
one-
is the best fast
is-
food
it is
joint.
the best.
It is, but the
Square
Lawrenceville,
burgers are better burgers.
the Lawrenceville location is horrid.
It is horrid, but it works in a pinch. And when you've had a couple of whiskeys at John's house, it tastes good.
If we're talking burgers, Wendy's.
Okay.
Arby's is the best fast food, though.
Ooh, interesting.
I don't get that enough. I mean, I
Arby's-
don't get
Arby's
It's
slaps.
right here, and yeah.
Arby's. You know what Arby's does really freaking well? Their mozzarella
Say it.
sticks.
Oh.
Okay.
I thought you were going to go to the curly fries.
Oh,
The curly fries are pretty
Oh, the curly
fucking
fries. That is solidified cocaine in a spiral. But I go there, and I'm not kidding. I'll go there, and these words leave my mouth. Can I sub the curly fries for mozzarella sticks?
Interesting.
I don't know if I've ever had the curly fries. Or
Mozzarella sticks.
I enjoy them. You know, I got Burger King's mozzarella sticks. No good.
Meh.
I didn't even know they had mozzarella sticks.
There's not.
You're not
Listen.
missing anything.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect that.
There are days
My
where
only, and it just happened to this one. My only negative about their bottle design is, that's what I
when
almost
you
spelled.
throw the cap on the floor.
No,
see
is
it.
the what is
Canvas?
this? The canvas is just, maybe it's just the way that it fit on this particular bottle.
Yeah.
But the canvas is a little too close to the top, and like you can
Absorbs the
tell,
liquid.
like it like has absorbed some.
It had
whiskey.
an
Yeah.
accident.
That's the flavor saver right there.
It's the mustache of the bottle.
But
Yeah, I was trying really hard not to get any on
Guys,
that.
I know
don't
I
care.
was. Me too.
I don't care. You know what it says to me?
The flavor
It says
saver.
it's that's the next
poured way too
T-shirt.
much. I poured
Matt,
way too
you get
much of
if we sell shirts that say the flavor saver and it sells, Matt gets all the proceeds
I-
from that shirt.
I poured way too much of this. I'm definitely
That
sitting
was a
down
heavy
here.
pour.
Jesus.
121 proof. John went for a third of a glass.
Fucking balls. All right.
Sounds like you can't get it anymore. I'm taking it all.
It's end of the year, deadline season,
Oh, amen,
observation
brother. It is.
season,
Amen.
and I work all fucking day. Wednesdays are the worst, though. I go from 10 to 2 straight
Yeah.
with meetings.
Gotta
No
love
break.
those meetings.
No break.
You know what would help that? TX whiskey.
I mean, I do
part of
work
working
from
from
home,
home.
but no one knows what's in my
right.
cup.
Like I'm not gonna lie to you, there have been some like early out Fridays where I'm like, it's close enough. We crack open a hard seltzer, we go sit on the back patio and just finish work from there.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
You know who makes really good hard seltzers? Bud Light.
Those are good.
They're tropical.
Yeah, they are good.
They're tropical seltzers. The
You
other
know,
ones, they're
I'm
so
not
good.
surprised. I know it's not the same thing as a seltzer, but I remember years ago. I mean, we're probably talking when I was in college when they came out with Bud Light Lime.
Yeah, that's good too.
That was solid.
Yeah,
It was
I mean, it's
solid.
still solid. I haven't had it in
It
a
is
while,
solid.
but
yeah. No, I mean like of the seltzers, like I'm talking White Claw, Corona, like all the Vizzy or whatever the heck it's called. Mm-hmm. Bud Light's my favorite. They make a great hard
the
seltzer.
past like 3 summers, my brother-in-law and I have been searching, leading up, like when summer starts to hit, like the weather starts to actually turn, not like whatever the fucking up and down it's doing now. We start looking for what are going to be the seltzers we're drinking that summer, like on the pool, you know. So we'll go through a couple different ones to try ones, and yeah, we did really enjoy the Bud Light ones there for a while. I forget what was our favorite one. Oh, Truly does a iced tea one.
Ooh.
That was
Oh,
pretty
I've
good.
seen those. I've
So
thought about those.
We've crushed a bunch of those in the pool.
You
before,
recommend?
I do.
Okay,
I do.
Because I'm looking for like
Can't you tell there's like an iced tea lemonade like thing going on with me here with
Man,
Monster?
no
and
judgment. Arnold
I'm talking Arnold Palmer.
Arnold Palmer was
Arnold.
on Arnold Palmer was onto something.
Yeah.
Matt, you can make fun of me for that if you want
No,
to, man. It's okay.
I
I make fun of me for that.
I respect it.
Yeah, those ones were bomb. We have a floating cooler that we bought from like Aldi or something like that, and it's a circle cooler, and it has like a float like thing, like it's the whole thing blow up, right?
Yep.
But on the edge, it's got like cup holders and like longer holders for like other like things you would need in the pool, and the middle has a Velcro top, and we just dump ice. A lot of ice, and then just put a bunch of drinks in there and just let it float around the pool.
Man, I don't have a pool, but I want one.
Yeah.
Just for the floating.
And it's only like, my father doesn't have like this massive, like we could swim over to the edge and get another thing out of the cooler.
But who wants to do that?
But like, no, man, I was just like, here, like we'll just be floating.
Bump that over my way.
Yeah, you
just
gotta
push
get
it
off
his
your-
way.
You gotta get off your rafter inner
Yeah.
tube then? That's too much.
I mean,
Absolutely.
I'll even like, there was a couple summers where I'll throw ginger ales in there and then throw a bottle of bourbon in it, in the cooler too. So then I'm making like mixed drinks while I'm like floating in the pool.
John, you're just operating it at an entire...
So you just like pour a little bit in your mouth, ginger ale. in
Oh,
your
yeah,
mouth, and then we'll swish it around.
Yeah, that's
We're laughing, but I'm thinking this might be something to try this summer. You guys are operating at superhuman levels
Yeah,
right now.
Zach
I
and I-
admire both of you a great deal. In this
Prior-
moment, you guys are my heroes.
Prior to both Zach and I having kids, we drank a lot in the pool. But then, like, we had Connor, and then they had Vanessa, and like we both drink a little less. We still drink at the pool, but like a little less than we used to.
You know what I just did for the first time the other day? Sorry, not to like... This is on the subject, but kind of different. I had a shower beverage for the first time in my life the other day.
Oh, welcome.
Thank you. It was
That is
great.
the best.
I spent 2.5 hours in the yard. I grabbed a Bud Light seltzer, hot shower, and I was like, "This is amazing." It was the watermelon mojito.
Yeah, I
It
had.
was great. I was like, "How have I not
The
done
only
this
thing that would
before?"
make that better is if it was an outdoor shower. Oh my God. You got that little enclosure. It's a hot summer day. Just mow the lawn.
Where can we like? Where
I have never
we should
seen an
open
outdoor
a
shower.
place.
No? Oh, at
we
the
should open a
beach.
place that is just like it's all it is it's outdoor showers, and you get alcohol before you go take a shower. And it's only open from June through August.
I
We'd be rich.
We'd be so rich.
had at I think it was
You in, Matt?
I'm in.
All right.
Let's do it.
The-
I'll be the number one customer.
the golf outing.
Uh-huh.
Out that way. I'm not going to say the name because I don't want to get in trouble.
Sure.
But after that, a golf outing before we went out for drinks, I had a shower beer.
Best.
And it was awesome.
I haven't done that in a while. Great idea.
I love
I
that
gotta mow
one.
the yard
I
on
love that one
Friday. I
meme.
might,
I love that one meme that says, "Doctor told me I needed to add a bar to my shower. I'm getting too old. I need to add a bar to my shower. I think I did it right." And it's like it's like a couple different
Can
bottles.
you imagine just like the shower glass, like a sliding thing, little squeegee? Like, let's see what I got in here today.
Oh, my goodness. All right, so I've been putting this off, but
It's because you're afraid.
this is a high rye bourbon, right?
High rye bourbon. Let me give you. I
get that.
do have access to the mash bill for this guy.
It's definitely
75% corn, 21% rye, 4% malt.
it's not as high as I thought it would be.
Aged for more than 5 years in American oak barrels.
So the rye spice definitely has the prominent flavor or nose for it only being 20-some%. It's got a, I mean, I know we just talked about a port one, but it's got a very nice like wine touch to it almost on the front end.
Yeah. Beautiful
Kind of
spices.
well, I took a very small sip, but kind of dies out though about halfway through with this small sip. I'm sure if I took a normal sip, but I didn't want to kill myself on the first sip. You know what I mean? Yeah, it had a really interesting, sweet, like wine, like dryness, kind of at the front of the palate. You know?
It is drier.
That's interesting because I didn't get any of the sweetness.
Well, it's very quick.
It really lingers on the tongue.
See, that one did. It's very quick, and that is not. Really regretted not taking my pill today. Well, the sweetness is very short because that rye and that heat from the proof kick in about halfway through. So on a normal sip, it did not die halfway through. It exploded. Hits you right away. Middle of the mouth, all the way down. There's no break. Sometimes you're like, where's the hug? Oh, there it is. It's a delay. No. It's just like I can feel it go the whole way down. That it? I don't know if you had any other thoughts. You're
No,
just like, yeah.
I just no. I did a lot of talking before, so I'm kind of like reining it in a little bit so I can shut up and let you guys talk.
Well, this is the first time Matt's like had a mic in front of him.
Yeah,
So-
other than karaoke.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to see that.
Yeah.
I have some pictures.
No, I want to we need to go karaoke.
Oh, but I do have some pictures of Matt.
I mean, I want to see those too, but I mean,
Right.
if it's okay with you, man, I don't want to. This
I
is
don't care.
the start
I'm
of
not ashamed.
I'm hoping it's the start of a beautiful friendship. I don't want to put that at risk.
You know what the best thing, again, not to get us off track here,
By all means.
I had two friends out, two college friends, and we went to, I don't know if I can name names here.
bars.
It's a
Alcohol
karaoke
establishments?
joint in
Oh, go ahead.
Oakland.
Oh, yeah, go
It's
ahead.
K-Box in Oakland. It's where you get private rooms.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh my God, we went there on a whim. We were there for like 3 hours, and it
my
was the most fun I've ever had in
that's
my
awesome.
life.
So at a work conference,
Also that.
the one reception had a live band karaoke.
What?
So they had a list of
So
songs
they had
that
to
they
know
played.
so many songs.
So they play, and they had the screen for you to read, but it was live band. So,
So
but
you
I
had
have
to
some
feel like a
pictures.
rock star.
I have some pictures of Matt singing karaoke
Yeah,
at
I
that.
did
yeah.
Flagpole Sitta by Harvey Danger. I
love
won't
you.
do it right now. But
I love you. Are you sure? That could be the song for this week's episode.
once I finish this, we'll see.
Yeah, let him finish the 120. He's
If finishing this bottle gets me
Oh, boy.
that beautiful rendition, then we
Boy.
can do that.
I mean, there is space on the couch, Matt.
How was John's? I'm never going back again.
Katie's not gonna let him back here.
I don't know. Is that Zach guy coming?
She doesn't have to know which Zach.
I feel all this like mostly in the mouth, a little bit in the throat. I don't feel anything going down personally.
Yeah.
The hug definitely.
Well, I
hug,
think
right.
my heartburn
Yeah.
is like, you're doing to me today. So it's just like it's acting up. So I think that's also messing with it. But yeah.
I find that the I should talk into the mic. That would be cool. I agree with you, Matt. I find that the hug is at its apex, right at the back of the mouth, top of the throat.
Yep.
Like right where the head connects to the neck is where it's just kind of like bam.
So the proof deep throat you.
Well, if you want to put it like that, John, yes. It's 2023. I don't have to be ashamed.
Anyway.
Rachel's gonna listen to this and be like, "Why did I marry?"
No, she's not.
I know.
Oh, you boy.
Philly boys.
Oh my goodness. We are doing the full promotion and then also going to be at the Wine and Bourbon Walk in my hometown, Ellwood City, on May 13th. This episode's coming out on the 10th.
Okay. Get out
So,
there.
Come up, see us, look at any of our posts about I've been doing promotional posts for each distillery that's coming. Every one of them has the link. Tomas puts the link for it. It's on our bio on Instagram. It's all of that. So tickets are $25 ahead of time, $30 day of, and they have a decent amount of distilleries and wineries. All partnered with a business in town. You go up a couple blocks. We're going to be there. We'll probably be outside. Weather permitting, we're going to find a business that we can that'll host us so we can be inside and not be soaking wet.
Matt will be there singing karaoke.
Yes,
Apparently,
Matt's going to
yeah.
sing karaoke. But
Main stage.
But yeah, so I'm really looking forward to that one. So check out all those promotional posts. I got a couple more coming out. They'll be out by the time this episode's out. But yeah, if you haven't already, Ellwood City is about a 45-minute drive north. And it's good. It's going to be a good time. There's a lot of really good local craft whiskey or distilleries that are coming. Some are whiskey, some are moonshine. There's also wineries.
It's gonna be mid-May, so it should be beautiful.
It's Dad's birthday.
Oh, I'm bringing the
May
screwball.
13th. It's May 13th. It's my dad's birthday,
I'm
so
gonna make him a cocktail.
he has Screwball. You can just make it out of his one.
Does he have Liberty Pole cream?
Yeah. Oh my God. Yes, please.
I know they love it, but I just want to make sure
Liberty
he's got
Pole
some.
cream and bourbon cream and peanut butter, Screwball peanut butter whiskey are his top two.
Okay, so we have to
he
stop.
always has some at his
We
house.
have to stop at Dad's house so I can make him a birthday cocktail.
Please do. Yeah.
How do you guys feel about Liberty Pole?
Hate them. Assholes.
Who are they? Wait, say the name again. I'm having
Liberty Pole.
Hold on.
Sibilance.
Liberty bibbity.
Liberty Pole.
Are you getting paid for that one?
No. Might be getting sued for it now, though.
They ain't listening.
Can you imagine?
You can have our whole $7.
The one time somebody listens, they're like, "We're taking your ass to court."
Better be small claims court because all I got is $7.
You can have everything in our Patreon.
Yeah. Not much.
Pretty sure we owe Patreon money at this point.
The price is just going to keep going up. They're like, listen, guys, we're canceling your account.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, you should join Patreon.
Hey,
There's three
this is
different
a great
levels.
time to bring it up.
$3, $5, and $10 a month.
This is your friend Matt, and he's saying, sponsor the podcast on Patreon.
I just love you. I just love Matt.
I know. He's pretty awesome.
How would you like to be just like our unofficial third guy?
All right.
Screw it. Let's just make you our official. You're official. Can I make it Facebook? Can I make it Facebook official? Matt's our third guy.
Yeah.
Matt's only like
I'm
what?
only on Instagram. So
What is it called? A thruple?
Love triangle?
It's a polyamorous relationship.
You can call me Brother Joseph because this is Molman.
My wife always says, she's like, I know I don't have to worry about any other women.
No, it's the men you got to watch out.
It's
Right.
the men.
Right. I mean, Matt only lives 10 minutes up the
I
road,
have
so.
romantic relationships with many men.
Wait,
That was too much.
other than us?
No, just you guys.
Oh, okay. Whew.
It's just,
I'm willing to share with John, but I am a bit jealous.
I mean, I did just go to Kevin's wedding and had plenty of romantic relationships. Not really, but like, with the whole crew.
Oh, well, yeah.
Yeah. Gomez was there. It was always a good time.
I miss Gomez. Last time I saw Gomez was your wedding.
Probably.
Yeah. And then we had to leave because Kerrigan got sick and went to the ER.
Right.
Didn't even get to go to the reception.
No.
We were like, they got married. Yay, Kerrigan's in the hospital. Let's go. Oh, parent life. They keep you on your toes. And they give you gray hairs. But they also feel you with love.
We had a liquor store connected to our hotel in Queens. And we were in...
I need to keep in touch
I've
with
been to
people
that
better.
liquor store.
Which one? I don't know. Oh, I thought you were being... You're such an asshole. Cut off. Not coming back. No, so we were in Flushing, I think technically is the Queens, but then Flushing. And
Where the nanny was from.
Isn't that also where Wimbledon is?
yes.
Wimbledon?
Well, one of them is right there. Yeah, because we could see it
Or
when we
Flushing
got on.
Meadows? Is that the same? I don't know.
I don't remember. I just know that there's a the oh god, it's the baseball team, the Mets.
Mets?
Stadium is there.
The other team.
Yeah, the Mets stadium, and then the tennis is right
Okay.
next to each
Yeah,
other.
yeah.
Okay.
In fact, and they're actually building a third stadium for their soccer club.
Goodness gracious.
Yeah. Anyway,
The only place in the world where the tennis players get more action than the baseball players.
I
Back
didn't
to
re-
the sports podcast.
I didn't even realize, like when we were looking up, like where we were staying, I didn't realize that there was a liquor store like right there. Like it's literally the same bill, like it's in the bottom floor. And what caught my eye was we were walking up the corner to go to the subway station, and I saw a bunch of ads for Japanese whiskey, and I was like, "Huh?" Pause, turn, and that's when I realized, oh, there's this liquor store down there, and it was decent selection. I really didn't get in anything,
Yeah.
but it was the most selection of like Japanese whiskey I've ever seen. Yeah.
I know Bobby likes
Like
his whiskey
Suntory-
rougher, but
Suntory
I
was
like-
bottom shelf. With
No
that.
way!
Yes. The Suntory turkey
love
was bottom
Suntory.
shelf. Yeah.
I love Japanese whiskey. I love Japanese whiskey.
The neighborhood we were in, I don't know if it's all Flushing or just like we were, was definitely like another like, I don't want to be rude, but like another like Chinatown, like Asian like neighborhood.
Yeah, okay.
It's like every business had
Yeah.
American and then, you know, another either Asian or I sadly cannot tell the difference. But so I mean, so in fact, actually, we had really fucking good food around us. A lot of like Chinese and Korean food places all around us.
Oh my goodness,
Fantastic.
Korean food is Bebe's Kitchen. Oh
I don't know that one.
man, it's on Liberty.
I do know the green pepper.
I don't know that one.
Green pepper in. I'm gonna get the wrong neighborhood. Squirrel Hill,
Okay,
I think. One of my coworkers was telling me about it. They said they went there and it was really, really good.
we got Vietnamese food from Squirrel Hill one time. That
Nice.
was a friggin' bomb. We went there during COVID because it was like, all right, we were on this whole like, let's support the small businesses. Let's travel around the city and go to different places. Get takeout. It was friggin' bomb.
But
Now
Yeah.
I want both chicken tikka masala and Korean food.
But anyway, the liquor store had really good selection. Nothing crazy, like nothing crazy. I was like, oh, because we had a check bag. And I
Yeah,
could have
yeah.
brought. And I was like, I mean, everything they had, I could have got here,
Sure.
and the stuff I couldn't get was way overpriced.
Sure.
But they did have a massive selection of Japanese whiskey. Assuming because of where they were located.
Yeah. That's awesome.
But yeah, no, we definitely. Steve and I checked it out. Alex went too, so we were all checking it out, and
What's up?
yeah.
You know, it'd be super cool. And I'm sure somebody out there has done this already because, you know, I find any more like any idea that you've had, 7 or 8 other people have had that
Right.
same idea. But it'd be so cool if there was, in my mind, when I think cyberpunk, I think like neon Japanese lettering kind of a thing, you know, very much. It'd be so cool if some like Japanese whiskey type place did like a cyberpunk type like branding where
Yeah.
like the bottle glows under a black light or like the label does or something. It would just be like, I don't know, you get some kind of like almost like glitch effect going in the glass and the bottle.
Ooh.
I just think that'd be super cool.
You know, I see, you know, going back to my world of beer, you know, you see a lot of colorful cans and labels. And I'm sitting here and I have a direct view of John's bar and all of his bottles of whiskey. And they're all like browns and tans
Yep.
and reds. Like,
Yep.
why aren't there more like neon, you know, colors on a whiskey bottle? You know, so, and Japan's the one to do it.
Japan is the one to do it.
You know, ignorant to say, but
the only one that I have that's even any kind of colorful is this one,
yeah, and even
Yeah.
that's like
but that's because it's
like
Jameson orange.
boring
That's like,
orange.
But that's like
Yeah.
a soft orange. It's a creamsicle orange.
I want like a pink or a. I mean, honestly, the TX the port here with the purple is probably the most colorful.
Oh yeah,
Maybe that light blue one there. No one can see because this is a
Oh,
podcast. But
the PB and W. That is for a later to be scheduled peanut butter blind.
I can't
With my dad.
wait for that episode. I am so.
He's
I
so
might
pumped.
sleep over that night.
He is so pumped.
I can't wait.
I know
Like,
that's the thing. I got to get him down here to do it.
we got to do it with like. Can we get like Ironborn and
Oh yeah.
Ooh,
Oh, he
yes.
loves Ironborn. Yeah.
and just like
Good
sit
choice.
down, eat Ironborn, and just like drink
you're
peanut
saying,
butter whiskey.
I'm thinking of like
and I'm sleeping over that night.
I'm
just to
thinking
let
of
you know.
like I would like there is next to my dad's shop
Yeah.
is it's the same people that own the whole building, but is one of those like virtual like golf like bars.
Oh yeah.
It has like the screens you get to hit into. I'm sitting there going, I'm about to call these guys up and be like, listen, I got this show we got to do. I want to do it live. Let's have it there. It's my dad's going to be involved, so I love my dad. Like I'm sitting there going, no. We're not just going to say like we're going to have this like an event.
that'd be nice audio with the clink of
Yeah. The
balls
golf club.
being
Yeah.
If, I'm doing so good at not swearing right now, but like
I am.
if we do that episode, there will be a lot of F words. Mm-hmm. Just so you know, because I
And there's plenty of space at
am
like
awful at golf.
my dad's house, my grandparents' house to like just crash.
We should do it from the pool. Although we might risk
I'm
drinking.
not putting the equipment near the pool.
I hear John has a floating cooler.
That's
Cooler,
what I
yeah.
read. That's what
But
I
I'm
heard.
not putting the equipment anywhere anywhere near the pool.
Bluetooth headphones.
Just wrap it in like Ziploc bags. It'll be
Cellophane.
fine.
Bubble wrap. It's just this floating audio board. Can you take that back my way? It's pulling on the headphones a little bit.
Cannonball.
Just get waterproof wireless mics.
Oh my goodness.
Josh, get on that.
Oh,
Oh my
man.
goodness. But anyway, yeah.
Oh wait,
Well,
we never talked about like what we rated the
we did
experimental.
not. Well, you can't get it anymore. But
Let's say in a alternate universe, a la Marvel, DC, etc. Because if we're gonna get sued, we may as well go all the way up to the mouse.
yeah, why not? Yeah, the mouse don't care about us.
Wouldn't that be so cool? The official
I would be a little flattered.
The official drinking app of the mouse.
Yeah.
Now we might get in trouble.
You're definitely in trouble now.
Let's pretend in some alternate universe you could get this right now in the store.
Yeah. I think I'd still stick with it downtown.
Okay.
Yeah. I did like it. I wasn't blown away by it. Now, yeah, downtown. This isn't to throw it out at all. I would not put it in
Like
that
I said,
category
I
at
didn't
all.
make the whiskey. I just put it
I
in
know.
my backpack.
No, I know.
and
I'm
drove
being honest.
here. Okay.
And I'd say downtown for this one as well. Yeah.
This is a Haas for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
for sure.
I'm excited.
So we are. Anyway, I'll let you finish before I start my thoughts. Sorry, my ADHD.
I mean, I definitely wouldn't drink it as much. It wouldn't be like a daily or weekly drinker,
Yeah.
but it would be one I'd save and,
like a 375 is
for
enough.
yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
Yeah. There's
Yes.
a reason why.
Yes.
This hasn't been me being stingy. I just,
Yeah.
I have to be like.
Well, it's
ready.
120 proof for
It's 100
Christ's sake.
It's an aggressive whiskey.
So Haas, I'd keep it around and, share it with friends and company until
Especially if you like a high proof.
until it was empty.
Ride the dragon, all
Mm-hmm.
Bobby.
Yeah.
Obviously, these are all house for me. My brother actually got me this one that was a gift because
Oh, nice.
since he's so close, when they do drop special releases, he's like, "Hey, I stopped there and I got you this.
Nice.
I bought a bottle for myself. I got you one because I know you're not going to get it
Yeah,
any
yeah,
other way." But even if I had access to it, it'd be a house for me. I do enjoy it. I think it would be. But again, this is one where I have to be like, okay, I want to sit down and drink whiskey and focus on the whiskey that I'm drinking. I'm making right now about the whiskey
Right.
kind of a thing. But it's a house for me. I don't know. But I'm biased. I love this brand.
All right. Well, Matt, again, thank you so much for coming on.
It's been a
Thanks
pleasure,
for having
sir.
me.
Thank you for establishing the property.
Zachary, nothing else to say, but cheers to you, sir.
John, Matt, cheers to you, gents.
And cheers to you.
Cheers to you.